Hey everybody, it's Monster Zero NJ and welcome to the Tomb of Nostalgia. As the Halloween season draws near, I thought I was going to try to take a look at some of my favorite Halloween viewing choices, and this is actually one of my favorites. It's been a favorite since I was a little kid, since it terrified me as a little kid. It's a movie called Horror Hotel. It stars Christopher Lee, the great Christopher Lee, and it's directed by a man named John Llewellyn Moxey. Horror Hotel is about a pretty young college student who's studying the occult, and her professor, played by Christopher Lee, encourages her to go to the small New England town of Whitewood. Whitewood is the site of the burning of a witch, Elizabeth Selwyn. Hundreds of years ago, Elizabeth Selwyn was accused of witchcraft, accused of black magic, accused of being a worshiper of Satan, and she's burned at the stake. Now, this young college student goes up to investigate the truth behind the legend. And obviously this is a horror film, so she finds out that some legends are based on truth and some truth is more horrifying than legend. Then the rest of the film becomes a search for the girl by her brother and some of his friends as she goes missing, and they go up to Whitewood retracing her steps and also find that there is something very nightmarish going on in this town. Horror Hotel has everything you'd want from a horror film. It's spooky, it's scary, it's got some fantastic sequences, some really, really scary sequences. It's got a plot that serves horror film perfectly. It's got some very likable characters and some really creepy villains. It's got graveyards filled with fog. The visuals on this movie are fantastic. I love the way John Llewellyn Moxey filmed this movie. He knows how to film a horror film. You know, as I said, graveyards filled with fog and corridors filled with spider webs and shadows and people in dark robes creeping around, satanic ceremonies and damsels in distress. You've got all this stuff that really makes a horror movie fun and entertaining, and it's creepy. It's a creepy little movie. It was filmed in 1960, and it's still creepy now. It's still spooky, and like I said, just for the visuals alone, this movie looks like a horror film every frame. It's just really a fun, old, black and white horror flick. It's a perfect viewing choice for your Halloween season. So I highly recommend Horror Hotel. It's a really spooky, scary little black and white movie. It's a great old classic, and it's got some wonderfully spooky visuals. If the plot and what goes on in the film don't scare you, there's just the sheer visuals that John Llewellyn Moxey captures will do the trick. It's just a really wonderful little movie to watch at Halloween. And if you like these old black and white movies, I can't recommend it enough. It's a classic, and you should check it out. It's a public domain film, so it's probably very easy to find. And I think it's also called City of the Dead in Europe, so sometimes it goes under that title. So check it out, Horror Hotel, City of the Dead. It's a great little Halloween film. I'm Monster Zero NJ, and see you next time on the Tomb of Nostalgia.